Good evening and welcome. In the name of European issuers and FESE to the second European Small and Mid-Cap Awards. I am literally simply the introduction to our keynote speaker tonight, which is Daniel Calleja, the Director General of DG Enterprise and the Special Envoys on SMEs. But I think I do want to point out we are extremely grateful to our sponsors, BDO, and all the exchanges which you have on the back of your cards that have supported this event for the second year running, because this is such a landmark event already where we reward the best IPOs and up-and-coming companies that went public in the years 2012 and 2013. We had close to 30 nominations. We had 12 finalists, which have come from all over the continent tonight to join us here. And I'm very much looking forward to this event, sharing it with you. And maybe some of you standing here and saying, like at the Oscars, thank you, Mom. Thank you, Pop. It's been great, and the team. Well, but maybe just one word why we actually are doing this, and what is the motivation, in particular for FESE to do this. Maybe I roll back 1 year ago. We started the brain work on a key document which is called the Blueprint for European capital markets, where we create a vision of 2020 in which capital markets take an even bigger role in fostering economic growth and having a stronger link between the financial markets and the real economy as we see it. And that was in 2013, and I have to tell you all, especially you representatives of courageous companies that went public, between 2007 and 2013, last year, 6 years, every year in a row, the number of listed companies went down in Europe. The number went from 11,900 to 10,900. We lost 1,000 companies listed in Europe over 6 years. This year, we're turning it up, and I think it's because we had the first IPO SME event last year. Of course, that was the reason. But just to remind you, this is a scary number when the number of listed companies is actually dwindling, and that's why we should encourage companies to make that courageous step forward. And that's why in our blueprint, we propose that the European Commission adopt a mindset of creating a 100% market cap to GDP ratio for 2020. Today it's 75%, so we should really push market-based financing, and we should make sure that the number of listed companies increases. IPOs are a key part of this, naturally, and we also know from several academic research that on average 92% of the jobs that companies create, they create after going public, after opening themselves up, after getting additional finance and pushing through. And at the same time, we also know that we are dependent upon a very complex ecosystem. It's not just companies, exchanges, and the investors that are involved. No, we have auditors, we have lawyers, brokers, banks. It's a whole ecosystem that we need to foster, and that's why it's so great to have somebody from the European Commission give us some perspective on these issues. Now, our members here, FESE members, we have over 9,000 companies listed on our exchanges, so majority of all companies in Europe are represented on our exchanges here. And just to tell you what lies ahead this evening, we'll have just following me, we'll have Daniel Calleja take the stage as our keynote speaker. Then you will be getting the main course. And after that, our dear friend Susanna Hahn, who represents European issuers, will introduce our two speakers and presenters of the awards, which are Deirdre Somers, the CEO of the Irish Stock Exchange, and Luc van Steenkiste from the European issuers, which he's chairing. And I will have a drink with him for having had the courage to try to spell his name properly. So with that, it's a great pleasure to have you all here. Have an enjoyable evening, and let's look forward to having the puzzle solved.